New Renaissance Corporation Publishing and #1 best-selling author James Scott offer you the definitive guide for instilling and nurturing strategic executive leadership qualities in your child's daily life. We are shaping tomorrow's leaders today. Powerful, dynamic CEOs aren't born that way. They are carefully nurtured and sculpted. Even the Jack Welches and Bill Gateses of the world were once just motivated kids looking for the tools they needed to fulfill their dreams and turn their ideas into reality. Too often, adults dismiss the natural skills and out-of-the-box business ideas of youth simply because of the entrepreneur's age. America needs to stop and take note of these up-and-coming business titans and give them the encouragement and training they need to rise to their full potential. In 1976, 16-year-old Steve Jobs, along with Steve Wozniak and Ronald Wayne, founded Apple Computer in Jobs' parents' garage. That collaboration would eventually launch the Macintosh computer, iTunes, the iPod, the iPad, and other devices that have become all but essential to the way we live. In 2005, People magazine called Jobs the father of the digital age. More recently, Mark Zuckerberg was just 19 years old when he launched what would become Facebook in his Harvard University dorm room in 2003. By age 23, Zuckerberg was a billionaire and named by Time magazine as one of the wealthiest and most influential men in the world. His creation now helps more than 1 billion individuals and businesses interact with one another and has changed the way the world communicates. Jobs and Zuckerberg aren't isolated examples. In 2010, Inc. magazine profiled 10 teenagers whose ideas and leadership have earned them at least $1 million. These included a 17-year-old who sold his mobile news app to Yahoo for $30 million, and a teen whose online furniture business started in his bedroom when he was just 14 years old, is now reported to be worth more than $40 million. FastUpFront.com talks about other teen entrepreneurs, like a 14-year-old Brit with a passion for fruit jam, who started a company that now grosses more than $1.2 million in annual sales, and a teen from the south side of Chicago who became the world's youngest self-made millionaire outside of the entertainment industry at age 14 and is now a motivational speaker and author. The role of entrepreneurs in the United States. According to the U.S. Department of Labor, the more than 25 million small businesses in the United States provide more than half of the private sector jobs in the U.S., generate more than half of the country's gross national product, and are the prime source for new jobs in America. The role of small businesses and the entrepreneurs who run them cannot be overstated. Why cultivating young entrepreneurs is important. A 2005 U.S. Department of Labor study found that more than 2/3 of American teenagers want to become entrepreneurs. Despite this desire, there are few training courses available in schools about entrepreneurship as a career path. Yet, young entrepreneurship is on the rise. According to a study by the Kauffman Foundation, 29% of new entrepreneurial activity in 2011 was by individuals between 20 and 34 years of age. However, young business leaders face a host of challenges their older competitors don't have to deal with, such as not being taken seriously by financial backers, and even customers and potential employees. Encouraging the next generation of business leaders has never been more important. As business becomes more global and more competitive, we need the best and the brightest minds at work for America. That means encouraging the dreams of our young men and women and making the tools they need to succeed available to them. Parents, teachers, and business professionals all need to do their part. And teens don't have to be the next Bill Gates to benefit from entrepreneurial training. According to a study by the National Foundation for Teaching Entrepreneurship, such education increased participants' interest in attending college by 32%, helped to promote independent reading, increased interest in their occupational aspirations, and promoted the belief that attaining one's goal is within a person's control. About the author. James Scott is a consultant, 5-time best-selling author, and lecturer on the topics of IPO facilitation, corporate structuring, private placement memorandum authoring, and mergers and acquisitions strategies. James Scott has authored multiple books, such as the 2 #1 bestsellers, The Book on Mergers and Acquisitions and Taking Your Company Public, a corporate strategies manual, as well as the book on PPMs, Regulation D 504 edition, the book on PPMs, Regulation D 505 edition, the book on PPMs, Regulation D 506 edition, as well as several templates that make the process of completing complicated S1 and PPM docs as easy as point and click for entrepreneurs and corporate CEOs. Mr. Scott is a member of several economic think tanks that study diverse aspects of legislation concepts that affect corporations worldwide, such as Aspen Institute, Chatham House, Royal Institute of International Affairs, the American Enterprise Institute, Economic Research Council, American Institute for Economic Research, the Manhattan Institute, and the Hudson Institute, among others. About the CEO Manual for Kids. If you're a kid with a big dream, we think you'll find the information here exciting and helpful to starting you on the path to fulfilling your dream and turning your ideas into a concrete money-making entity. We talk about basic issues like types of capital, how to write an effective press release, and the types of stock, as well as more complex topics like how to take your company public, leadership skills, and basic crisis management. Realizing your dream of starting your own company has never been more attainable. Organizations like the U.S. Small Business Administration have put together programs to encourage young, motivated businessmen and women and to help them receive the funding they need to take that next step. We understand that starting out in the business world can be scary as well as exciting. We want to give you some of the tools you'll need so you can take those wonderful ideas of yours and soar with them. Who knows, you might just have that germ of an idea that will become the next Facebook or Apple computer. Buy your paperback, Kindle, or audiobook version of the CEO Manual for Kids, and together, let's cultivate tomorrow's entrepreneurial leaders today.